Let's start at the back, because every real pickup proves itself from the rear. From behind, the 2026 Toyota Stout looks clean, squared off, and purposeful. The cargo bed is properly shaped, wide, usable, and clearly designed for real work, not just Instagram photos. The pink paint actually makes the sharp bed edges and sculpted tailgate pop even more. Drop the tailgate and it feels solid, reassuringly heavy, not thin or hollow. That's the kind of detail that tells you Toyota means business. The LED taillights are simple and squared, no overcomplicated light signatures or flashy gimmicks. Compared to something like the Ford Maverick, which leans a little more urban and crossover-inspired, the Stout feels more like a traditional truck. And next to the Hyundai Santa Cruz, which almost hides its pickup identity, the Stout proudly owns it. Let me ask you something. Would you rather drive something that blends into a parking lot, or something that turns heads while still hauling lumber on the weekend? Now let's move along the left side. This is where the Stout's proportions really start to shine. Short overhangs, straight body lines, protective cladding around the lower edges, everything screams durability. The pink color actually highlights the body creases in a way darker colors wouldn't. It's compact, yes, but it doesn't look fragile. It looks tight, muscular, and ready. The squared wheel arches house 17 or 18-inch wheels depending on the trim, giving it a planted stance. Ride height feels just right, high enough for rough roads or light job site duty, but not so tall that climbing in feels like a workout. Compared to the Maverick, which sometimes feels like a car with a bed attached, the Stout carries more truck DNA in its posture. If you were driving through a construction site with tools in the back, which one would you feel more confident stepping out of? Now sliding over to the right side, and the design consistency continues. Toyota didn't overstyle anything. The shoulder line runs clean from front to rear, giving the truck a stable, balanced look. Open the doors and they feel thick and well-insulated, a small detail that immediately communicates quality. And here's the surprising part: in pink, this truck doesn't feel silly. It feels intentional. It feels bold. Like Toyota is saying, yes, we can build a practical truck and we can have fun doing it. Be honest, if you saw this parked outside your local cafe, wouldn't you at least stop and take a second look? Before stepping inside, let's quickly talk about the front. The wide grille, thick-framed LED headlights, and chunky bumper give the Stout a serious face. It's not trying to copy the Tacoma or Tundra. It knows it's smaller and it embraces that. In pink, the contrast between the body color and the dark grille actually makes the front end look tougher than you'd expect. Now let's climb into the cabin. Inside, the 2026 Toyota Stout delivers exactly what you'd hope for from Toyota: simplicity, logic, and usability. The layout feels natural the moment you sit down. There's a large central touchscreen handling infotainment and navigation, but thankfully Toyota didn't eliminate physical buttons. Climate controls, real knobs, key functions, easy access. No digging through menus just to adjust the fan's speed. Why do so many modern vehicles make basic tasks complicated? Material quality feels durable and well-assembled. This isn't a luxury showpiece, but it feels built to last. The interior color scheme complements the bold exterior surprisingly well, creating a balanced and mature vibe. The seats are firm and supportive, designed for long drives and daily commuting, not just a quick test spin around the block. Compared to the Santa Cruz, which leans more lifestyle-focused inside, the Stout feels work-ready. Compared to the Maverick, it feels more traditionally Toyota, conservative but dependable. Would you choose flashy ambient lighting and giant screens, or a cabin that still feels tight and rattle-free 5 years from now? Rear seat space is practical. It's not a full-size crew cab, but it handles daily duties comfortably. Headroom and legroom are decent for 2 adults, and storage compartments are smart and usable. Nothing feels overdesigned. Everything feels purposeful. Now let's talk about what really matters: what's under the hood. The 2026 Toyota Stout is expected to pack a 2.4-liter turbocharged gasoline engine, pushing around 270 horsepower. That's a strong figure in the compact truck segment. More importantly, torque comes in low, meaning towing and hauling feel controlled and confident. This engine isn't about drag racing, it's about reliability and usable power. Paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, shifts are smooth and predictable, especially in city traffic. Rear-wheel drive is likely standard, with a 4x4 option for those who need extra traction. Compared to the Ford Maverick's hybrid system, the Stout leans toward traditional strength over cutting-edge efficiency. So here's a real-world question. Would you rather squeeze out a few extra miles per gallon or trust an engine built for long-term durability? On the road, the Stout feels composed. Steering is stable, suspension absorbs bumps without drama, and visibility is excellent. It's the kind of truck you can drive daily without feeling tired or overwhelmed. Now let's get real price. The expected starting price lands somewhere between $25,000 and $30,000 in the US. That places it directly against the Maverick and Santa Cruz. But Toyota's biggest advantage isn't flashy features, it's reputation. People buy Toyota for peace of mind, for that feeling that the truck will start every morning without surprises.